Hey,
And not popular. Yeah.
I'd like to sort of make an amendment to a statement I've said before, because like even this year, quite recently, we talked about Greg Wallace, and he's since been sacked for inappropriate behaviour. Maybe we should stop talking about people on this podcast.
We killed... 3, 2, 1. Let's blow out the names we're going to talk about and not say it.
Trump. All of the Conservative Party. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back, or for the first time, to Nerd Bible Podcast.
Certainly not popular.
We're not. Well, we were popular.
Sorry, I meant the people we bleeped out, not us.
Because
we're famous.
I'm George, the gentleman sometimes to my left, sometimes on my lap, but never on top of me.
Sometimes
is Connor.
Glinda is me, Connor.
Yeah, the alphabet to my Glinda.
The alphabet to my Glinda.
Because Connor's just done with this shit constantly.
Yeah. When am I not?
See, like, I don't get that. So that's the Mission Impossible, the final trailer one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go watch that one because we're like almost at 100 views for the first time in a while. And then the Gladiator double bill, no one really gave a shit about. Maybe it's because they knew you were away.
Part 1.
They were like, Connor's not here. It's a pre-record. Spoiler alert. This is the penultimate recording for us this year because we're doing this week on task. Then next week we got to do next week's one, and we've left it as long as we can. The final, the list. We'd be checking it twice, so get your stuff in for that. Your predictions. What's our favourite movies of the year?
What's your top 5? Give us top 3 or something.
Give us our top 100
top 100
films this year.
If you really want, if you're that sort of clueless with dates and movies, you give us your Barbenheimer, Wikiator, or Joe Goblins rankings.
Wikiator. Someone did it as Glickid.
Yeah, Glickid. Yeah. Or for next year, Tom Holland. I mean, I sent it to you privately, but like Spider
Helicopter Paramedic. What's that film about?
No idea. It's untitled Nolan film. It's nothing.
Isn't it like a fake plot? Is that him and Matt Damon are like fucking air
twins?
Paramedics?
Oh right,
like
yeah, something
vaguely
like that. Yeah, the poster is
Zendaya.
Everyone you joined, yeah. Tom Holland,
Charlize
Theron, yeah. I feel like everyone under the moon.
Probably Pattinson. Probably Michael Caine.
Probably at some point.
Oh fuck,
Robert
Let's not fucking kill Michael Caine, please.
Or R-Bats. We need that. We need R-Bats.
He'll be fine.
Secret,
right?
Gotham City drinker.
Right, Connor will be fine, right?
He'll be loving life.
Who else? Do you know what? I'd like to see John David Washington again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I feel
I'd like to see Denzel Washington.
Oh, well, his movies are numbered, not by his life, but yes, his quote.
Well, there's not much more that he had left to do. I mean, he's going to be in Black Panther 3.
Yeah, pretty much confirmed, yeah.
Which is a nice sort of full circle moment because he paid for Chadwick Boseman's, to finish his course.
Yeah, exactly.
And he said, it was one of his acceptance speech. Well, not acceptance speech. It was like, I think it was
Black Panther without Denzel.
Yeah, it was one of the awards things. He was like, there'd be no Black Panther without Denzel.
Yeah. Which is nice.
It was, nice full circle moment. It's a real shame. Chadwick Boseman, who would have been 46 last week, something like
that, yeah.
Real shame that he's not here to see that fulfilled because them two together would have been fucking magical.
He would have been.
But we'll have to do with fucking Letitia Wright. Hopefully she's not peddling the same vaccinations the devil shit.
Yeah.
Let's not make Ryan Coogler write another script.
Another script, yeah. No, but then Tom Holland, big man 2026 with this untitled project and Spider-Man coming out like a week after each other. So it's not exactly Barbenheimer or Gladiator or whatever the other crossovers, if you like, but Tom Holland is going to have a big year next year between Spider-Man and Nolan. Which one's going to be better? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Is Spider-Man 4 going to be the movie we pitched?
Me, Tom Holland.
Or according to Sony Pictures Japan, are we going to get a rip-off Tom Hardy Sony crossover that we've all waited for?
I don't want it.
And so we've all ever so desperately waited for.
I don't like when my spum gets contagious on my other films.
Exactly.
Let's leave the spum for me, you, and Michael to get depressed about in a separate reality.
Yeah, you don't need to be mainstream in the mainstream cinematic universe.
When's Kraven the Hunter come out? Is it December?
Yeah, that's very soon.
So that will be the second episode probably of the new year because we pre-recorded our what's coming out in 2025.
13th of December in the UK, 2024.
Yeah, so we'll do Kraven the Hunter after Christmas.
Sure.
I mean, it'll be a 2024 film, but we'll just be like,
it happened.
It will be the epilogue to the list. Did it make the top one?
Did it somehow crack the whole formula of 2024.
Did it break? Did it break our
Did it break the
fucking
internet?
minds?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go back and do like from our old episodes of like rest of the year, do like our top tens or whatever. I mean, 2020 will be a fucking hard one to put,
Very
hard one to put
very
back together
hard
again.
year. Very hard year.
I want to do
Um,
that because it will be like sort of how we've stacked up. I think so. I think my favorite film of 2018 was.
Are you basing it off of the episode when we did it, or just in general, like
When we
6
did it.
years on?
when we did it? And plus,
Okay.
I don't remember it. I don't remember anything else. Because like if I watch something, it's like, oh, I haven't seen this yet, and it's from 2021. I was like, I can't add it to the list, so it doesn't really count.
No, but then when we
So I technically
get to,
haven't seen
say
it.
we get to a decade, we then should do
shit.
a top 10 of our
Top 10 of the
10s.
10. Oh, what? So every number one, and then we have
Yeah.
to rank them.
Yeah, more or less.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
maybe. No pressure, guys.
2018 was Spider Verse for me.
Good pick. Yeah,
2019 was Rocket Man
yeah, another good
because it
pick.
was a nice surprising one, and
Yeah, for sure.
Endgame was second. 2020, fuck knows, don't remember what come out.
TBA.
2021.
Tenet. No, it weren't Tenet.
What was 2021?
Not No Way Home. No, I don't know.
No
what
Way
it
Home was
for
up
you.
there, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it was for you.
Oh, it would have probably been
Last Night in Soho.
Last Night in Soho.
Yeah,
Look,
Last
you-
Night in Soho.
You fucking looked into my eyes and saw my brain.
Oh. I saw Edgar Wright staring out your soul. I mean, what was your? Oh no, Everything, Everywhere, All Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was 2022, right? Well, that would have been mine, I think.
Was that 22 or 23?
That was 22.
22. What else? What did I like in 2022?
Not Jurassic World
Shang-Chi.
Dominion.
Was Shang-Chi 22 or 21?
That
No.
was 21.
Is it 21?
That's
Shang-Chi would have been up there.
Yeah.
22. What happened in 22?
Jurassic World Dominion.
Jurassic World
Great
Dominion. Yeah, that was
pick.
number one. Yeah,
Great
no,
pick,
fuck
yeah.
knows.
Amazing pick.
What the fuck come out in 2022?
I'm
Something
on-
good come out
I'm on-
because
Everything Everywhere at Once. Yeah.
I thought that was 23.
No, I'm sure that was.
What was last year? I don't remember. I don't even remember last year. What the fuck? I'm wiping my brain as I'm going.
Uh, last year's best film.
Last year it was something like
might be.
2022 was the Batman.
Ah, yeah, okay,
That was
fine. Yeah.
2022. 2023 was
Guardians.
Guardians 3. Yeah,
Was that your pick?
That was my pick.
Guardians 3. Okay.
Yeah. mainly because it
Okay.
just made me cry. So far it's like superhero movie, Elton John film, TBA,
TBA, yeah.
uh,
Michigan movie in 2020.
Edgar Wright, superhero movie.
And
2023 was a superhero movie.
And 2024, we're going to bleep out.
2024 at the moment, I don't think it's a superhero.
Oh
movie.
my god, I can't believe you said it was so and so.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said it was Madam Web.
Oh, that's what it was for 2022. It was Morbius.
Oh,
Damn,
Have
it's
Sex,
Morbius.
the film.
Have Sex, the movie, yeah.
I've
Yeah,
I've not seen Wicked yet, so it's can I see Wicked before we do the list next week?
And will it be in the top 10?
And Moana 2. Also, fuck Moana 2 because I completely forgot that started off as Moana the series, didn't it, on Disney Plus?
Oh, did it actually? I
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
and then
I'm
it-
a
and-
Disney guy.
And then it got adapted into a film because then
Okay.
when Bob Iger come back, he was like, and now it's a film, and the staff don't get residuals or box office things because they're still getting paid as if it was a streaming series.
Ah, no, that's
No,
naughty.
man, fuck Disney.
That's naughty.
Fuck Disney.
That's bad.
I've seen some good. At the moment, I've seen 30 films. I mean, there's a fucking sale on Prime Video, so I might watch some of the shit ones and pad that out. And then yeah, I'm assuming Wicked would be in the top 10 if I get to see it. What else? What else comes out? Craven the Hunter would obviously be number
Sonic
one.
3. If I can
Shit.
fit Sonic 3. Oh, that might come out by the time we obviously pre-record
We'll
slash re-record.
it.
That'll be
Oh,
afterwards.
I'll
I
have
think
to-
it'll be
we'll
afterwards.
have to add Sonic in as an addendum,
Yeah.
especially for Dom.
We'll have to do a
Dom loves.
2025 episode 1. We'll do Sonic versus Craven. Which movie's better?
Oh no, we dress up as
Obvious
them.
answer.
We dress up as them.
Yeah.
We fight.
Exactly.
What about we'd have to get Dom on because Dom loves Sonic.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's a big Sonic fan, big Shadow fan, so he's really excited about Shadow being in it.
So he should be.
Have you seen the
The
thing?
best hedgehog in all of Hedges and Hogs.
What's
Especially on the
fucking what's his name? Not John Marsden. That's a Red Dead character.
Yeah, that's definitely not a hedgehog.
What's his name? Cyclops.
Cyclops. James Marsden.
James Marsden.
Yeah, John Marsden. Yeah. James Marsden, yes.
James Marsden. So his wife, whatever color she wears, is who appears in the post-credit scene. Because in number 1 she wears yellow, and then Tails is in the post-credit scene. Number 2 she wears black, and it's Shadow. And number 3 in the
so-
trailer she's wearing a lot of pink. So everyone's saying that it's going to be Amy in the
Amy.
post-credit scene.
Yeah, because that's a weird one. Amy's not been mentioned, but yeah, that's very likely then. Yeah. Amy's got to be introduced in the mythos at some point.
And
Sonic
then
4 is going to be a love story.
I want Sonic 4 to just be Sonic Heroes.
And then Sonic 4's
Banging
post-credit.
soundtrack,
Sonic 4's
underappreciated
post-credit
game.
to be Rouge. Rouge the Bad.
Yes. And then I don't know. And then you do.
Vector the crocodile. Is it Vector?
Well, we just do them one by one, and they all.
Yeah, they all just appear.
They should have
King
it like
Dark or whatever.
have it like an anti-team, yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever the bad team was on Sonic Heroes, you have it as them.
So maybe that'll be Sonic 4. Maybe we will get like Sonic versus Team Dark. I don't know what their
Sonic
actual name.
Heroes versus
Villains,
villains, but it's
yeah.
sold like the artwork for Sonic Heroes box art.
Yeah.
Because Sonic 3 is stylized like was it
Oh,
Sonic
wait.
2?
What you
But
mean,
it says with the
cover?
logo, like the combined logo of Shadow and Sonic. It's one of them ones.
Yeah.
Should have asked Dom. We'll have
Yeah,
Dom,
Dom,
if
on
you're
the
listening,
future.
we'll have you on to talk all things Sonic next year because it's a shame we're actually not gonna have the time to talk about it either.
21st of December 2024.
Is that here? Because I thought it was the 18th.
Yeah,
That says UK 21. Fuck!
damn.
Yeah, we're gonna miss
God damn. And will it be Jim Carrey's one of his last performances, right? Because people were adamant about, or he sort of alluded to the fact that Sonic 2 might have been it for a while, and I don't think Carrey's done anything since Sonic 2. So when it was,
If he doesn't need to, man's
I know
rich.
he is rich. No, I'm not advocating to get rid of him at all. But do you think, like a la Idris, do you think this might be one a countdown, so to speak?
Who's
God
Idris?
damn that!
Why is
God
it?
damn that
What's
hair.
Idris doing?
Sorry, I meant Denzel. I meant Denzel.
You
Sorry.
confused
Not
two
Idris.
sexy men.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn you.
Yeah.
No, because I like that Jim Carrey's found a role that he's happy to just play. Like he's happy to just
Forever
be
and
Eggman.
You'll be doing it till you're 90.
Sonic brought him back. He's gonna keep doing this until he dies,
Yeah.
or until he's mentioned on here, and then we kill him inadvertently again. Fuck's sake. But no. Speaking of a character that's popular,
Popular.
you saw Wicked.
Part uno.
Have you seen that? So you know you do like lists on Letterboxd, and it's like films that are not advertised as, but are actually part 1 of 2, and it's that
Oh,
it's this
yeah.
in June.
Yeah, and both of them sneaky bastards. It comes up with the title cards, but Wicked has tape over it, like part 1 in the corner. Dune part 1 is just Dune part 1, but Wicked has Wicked, and then it's like a bit of tape in the corner that says part 1. So that's obviously an afterthought.
Mm.
An afterthought.
Because the stage play that you've not seen yet,
No,
but you are now more inclined to see it.
for sure. Like that's a quick 30-second TikTok done right there. But yeah, like definitely, I want to see it before part 2 comes out because they've already filmed
We
and
should
recorded
go.
it.
We should go to the
no,
theatre
I would. No, I would.
with Paul McGann.
Oh, that'd be a bonus point.
Yeah.
If he can go as Elphaba,
Yeah.
because he wears green.
It's pink. It tastes perfectly.
Of Munchkin,
Brilliant, brilliant yellow. Yes, these shoes.
the Scarecrow.
They're too fucking tight. I've been saying this since 1996. He's just like a Liverpudlian version of fucking Michael McIntyre when I'm doing my impression. That's sacrilegious to the great sexy man.
He is a wizard of time.
He is. Oh my god, Paul McGann is the wizard. Someone was a thingy. So where I've been
Someone
re-listening to. This is a completely off track. Where I've been re-listening to Weekly Planet. I'm on Christmas 2020.
Mm.
So someone said something about Paul McGann audition for something. Oh, James Bond.
Oh wow, good God.
But then he's like, and then he ended up being Doctor Who. He's like, yeah, well, if you're British, you either end up being James Bond or Doctor Who. He's like, fair enough.
Well, typecast right there. That's
But-
all I've written.
I'd take a Timothy Dalton fucking Doctor.
Oh,
Make
what I do?
strawberry jam out
I
of
mean,
him.
but technically, who's to say he isn't an incarnation because he is in the Whoniverse anyway? And the Doctor's had so many fucking faces, we don't know.
If he'd have been in Heaven Sent, Hell Bent, I would have been at least 90% more interested in the Time Lords, and I was only about 5% interested. Bless
Yeah.
Donald Sumter. But yeah.
And
Anyway,
bless the
Wicked.
Capaldi era, I need to watch it. It's been too long.
So you went into it,
Kind of
completely
didn't
dry,
expect
not
that.
knowing anything
Yeah,
about it.
Man, accidentally bought lighted salted Doritos instead of the chili heatwave, so I was very much like parched and not ready for it, but I wanted something tastier than Wizard of Oz. Sorry, 1939, different era, different time, and all that jazz. But I did not want to see the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Jeff
After that
Goldblum's quite good apparently as the wizard. Because every adaptation of the Wizard, other than Wizard of Oz, is Wizard's a bit of a prick, or he's James Franco.
The Great and Not So Powerful.
Oz the Great and Powerful, which is a film that I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. But since it's like, yeah, but he chats to underage girls on Instagram, so retroactively again, everything is ruined.
Everything is
Nothing
wrong.
is sacred. we're all
things
just
not
fucked,
so
really, aren't
wonderful.
we?
Wonderful Wizard of Oz, yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, man, it's from all accounts, it's good because of like the cast is quite good. You got Michelle Yeoh, you obviously got Jeff Goldblum, you've got Peter Dinklage in the voice role as the professor.
Yeah, the Goat Professor. Yeah,
You've
wonderful
got
Professor Goat.
cameos from Idina Menzel, and I always forget who plays Glinda in the the original Broadway run of Wicked.
That's your thing, not mine. I can't think of her name.
Idina Menzel and something.
I'm not
Yeah, keep scrolling down because they'll be near the bottom in terms of cameos.
Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes. So she was Glinda in the. So it started, I think, started in Chicago or something, and then obviously went to Broadway. A bit like how sometimes stuff will Back to the Future started in Manchester and then got onto the West End.
But I feel
So it's sort of
since
that.
I've been growing up, I feel like Wicked has always been a thing. Every time I go into London, there's a poster somewhere in
Really
any tube. It's there.
2007, I think it
Something
came
like
over
that.
to
I
the
feel
West
like it's been
End.
part of my life.
'Cause it had
That image has been part of my life forever.
That's the thing. If it has a great run on Broadway, it ends
Yeah.
up over here. Much the same as if something has a great one
But
here,
it's always
it
been
ends up on
continuous, so
Broadway.
I don't feel like it's ever been off, right?
I think it has, because I think every musical has a break, depending on how popular it is,
Well,
just to
yeah.
sometimes give
Yes.
the cast a break.
For sure.
It allows the theatre to run something else for a little while. Because I think Back to the Future is booking up to this year, but I don't think it will stay gone for long. I think it will maybe move to another theatre. Possibly it might start. I think they started or they're about to start a Broadway run.
Maybe.
So that might be a thing. At the minute, that will take up a lot of time. Because is Hamilton still running in the UK at the minute? I'm not sure.
Maybe,
Les Mis kind of always is. It always goes and then comes back because it's so fucking good. As a person who's I'm not majorly a musical guy.
No.
I like Wicked. I'd say Wicked is in my top 3.
Nice. Well,
number 2 or 3. Les Mis is number 1.
And then what's number 3? Back to the Future.
All right. At the moment, because I've seen it more recently, Back to the Future number 3,
Yeah,
Wicked, because
number
I saw
2.
that about 10 years ago and I'm due to see that again.
And then,
I do want to see. I'd like to see a version of Cats that hasn't got CGI arseholes in it, and not just James Corden's head.
See,
yeah, stuff like that. It's good. It's good because this ends right where Act 1. Sorry, when Act 2 begins. It ends.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
This is Act 1.
Yes.
And then next year. Sorry, what year is this coming out? Fuck knows. Next year we'll get part 2.
Yeah, I'm sure it's filmed and done, edited, and
and
rushed to release.
Essentially, what I've heard from friends and other people on the internet that have spoken about it is it's like taking the musical and just ramping everything up and expanding everything because obviously you got the big budget, and if your TikTok is not filled with Cynthia Erivo hitting the fucking high note at the end of Defying Gravity, then you're clearly on the wrong algorithm, kids. But yeah, I do really want to see it. I've had so much good things, so you can say spoilers because the musical's been out for over 20 years. 22, I think,
of us, right?
22 years this year. I think it was 2002. It started its run before Broadway was 2003.
If you say so.
Because I think there was a TikTok on the Wicked TikTok account of the anniversary, but it was from 2023, I think it was, and it said happy 21 years of Wicked.
That. I honestly thought Wicked, because of the original production of Wizard of Oz and Wicked, I felt Wicked was always a theatre play, even before we were born. I was going to go 70s, early 80s. I thought Wicked was always an establishment of pop culture. I didn't when I found out it was kind of that recent, I was a bit shocked because I feel like I've seen it all my life, even before I started walking. I feel like it's everywhere. But nonetheless, a film that I didn't necessarily not have high expectations. I just clearly watched Wizard of Oz on the wrong night, and it's kind of dampened and soured my mood. And I thought, oh, good lordy lord, I can't switch off and escape from it because obviously you're watching it in the big screen without a pause button. But then there wasn't a turning point as such, but I was just kind of bewildered by Ariana Grande, and I don't mean that in an atrocious way. I just feel like her portrayal of Galinda, essentially the fairy godmother type fairy from the original Wizard of Oz, who was on screen for about 2 minutes and was fucking bland in my opinion, is obviously freshened out, brightened out, and glamorous. Ariana Grande as an actress, I'm not saying she hasn't done things on screen before, but I can't recall anything I've seen her in acting wise. But I think for me, she really busted her chops and was a true delight. But also in terms of the character, her character has so much heart and soul in the film, but then also snidey, manipulative, bitchy, and I hated myself for liking her, but I loved to boo her at the same time. So I feel like I've not been so perplexed by a character in 2024 alone. So Ariana Grande for me was the main sort of like, okay, this is more than just not my genre. But then, everyone has really strong performances. There isn't like a particular weak link in the bunch and a standout, apart from like my personal impression of Ariana. Wizard of Oz deconstructed and re-examined, obviously done over the West End and Broadway, 20 odd decades ago. Jesus, it ain't as old as time. 2 decades ago.
Taylor's old as time.
Definitely older than
Witch
Beauty
of
and
the
Beast.
East.
Wicked Witch of the East. Yeah. See, that was my high note done. But no, it was incredible, and I'm saying that as a non-audience target audience.
You're
member.
not really a musical. I mean, you've gone to more theatre in recent years. Back to the Future,
exactly. That's it. And we counting. No,
we should do more
theatre
stuff.
more.
I want to go to some. I want to go to some plays.
Yeah.
Like when it's like Matt Smith was in that play where he was covered in paint and maybe a murderer. Like it's only running for a couple of weeks, and that was like ages ago. Because Jodie Whittaker's in one. Shit, Drury Lane. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
No, don't be.
2 hours and
I want to say 37 minutes. I might be completely wrong on the runtime. 2 hours and 41.
Yeah,
not what I thought. I thought it was going to say 2:47, but 2 hours and 41 minutes
for half the film.
Yeah, half the story.
Did it leave you in a place where you're like, I definitely want to come back and see this next year?
Yes.
Would you sit through a nearly 5 hour cut of both parts?
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah. I think the show's about 3 hours.
So it's not like, not to compare another theatre I know, but Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, where it's in 2 parts. You have like a morning or day show. You have like an hour break or 2 hour break.
When you have to book both halves.
So that's not Wicked.
Wicked's just one whole thing.
It's just one.
It's just one thing. I think it's about 3 hours in total max. I don't know because obviously I've not been there in a while.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But obviously everything's more elaborated on, and there's more scenes, and there's a few characters that they've said have been created especially for the film, because obviously it's more budget and
I love to
stuff
know
like that.
Yeah.
And obviously there's the actual effects. You can actually fly because it's the film.
Yeah.
So they're not like limited to this part of the stage that they've got to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more elaborate and expanded upon, which a lot of people have said is the
visually splendid as well.
Yes. Yeah. It's like taking the movie and like cranking everything up to 11. And
maybe
like when
even 12 in some instances. Yeah.
Like when you AI generate the rest of the image around it, it's like they've done that, but in a good way.
Yeah, right.
Like they've expanded the world. Dorothy's going to be pissed when she finds out she had to walk to the Wizard of Oz and there was a train the whole time.
Oh, damn. Even for 1939, like trains were a thing.
And I think it will sort of lend a bit more into the fact that we will probably see versions of those characters because they have been in the trailer. I think from the back you've seen them. Because so if anyone knows the origin stories of some of the characters, is that some of the ones become said characters.
And I found that out after I watched the film. So I went in not knowing any of that anyway, and I was kind of I didn't have that thing of, oh, this character is definitely that character, or this character is definitely that. Like I just went on my phone afterwards and was like, really? Like I was kind of gobsmacked when I found out it was meant to be who.
In that way, it would.
Yeah, I was surprised.
So it'd have been great for you if you'd have just watched it and been like, oh fuck, that's Scarecrow.
He's going to turn into a thing, and oh, he's a metal tin man. No, I mean, who's to say we're going to get that in part? Does that happen in part 2? I mean, spoiler alert from a year ago.
I think it comes back around, because it opens with like them celebrating the witch's death, like the musicals. That's how the musical starts. Because there is a very if you're into dark humor, yeah. So in the West End, when Queen Elizabeth II sadly passed away, so with all things like that, anything that was happening, like obviously it got announced that this has happened, but all the West End things carried on. So tonight's performance will carry on. We're just announcing it to the audience, blah blah blah. But then it starts with she's dead, the witch is dead, which obviously poor timing of that's obviously how the musical just always starts. And it's almost, it sounds like you're talking about it as if it was her, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's just the time,
just out of context. But
yeah, that's a dark humorous clip from You can find it somewhere on TikTok because that's like a couple of years ago. Obviously, it's like, tonight's performance will carry on. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, she's dead, hooray! The witch is dead. It's like, oh, didn't think that one. I certainly, it's not like Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, I've seen. That's like number 4, maybe number 3. That's good. Pierce Brosnan though is not in Wicked.
No,
But do you know who is?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. How's he as the wizard?
He's a
When did he-
grandmaster.
When did he get into it?
So yeah.
Sorry to. I'll interrupt you one more time.
Yeah, no, don't
So it starts with it. It starts like the musical with them celebrating her death.
Which is dead. But then the opening shot, like the first panning shot, is the wonderful land of Oz. But you see Dorothy, a certain scarecrow, and a Tin Man sort of walking in the corner of the screen, walking along a certain yellow brick road. But obviously, because that opening is before Glinda then tells the story of Wicked.
Yes, because they happen. It sort of loops back round. It's like it starts with her.
It's like during, then before, and then does it then go after Wizard of Oz?
I think it comes back. Sorry, because like that beginning is like sort of after she's dead. You never really see like the reaction of like the world after she's been killed.
Of course, yeah.
But I think it loops back round and it sort of ends how sort of like the musical starts, like in terms of like you end up back at that point. Like after, like the immediate aftermath, because it's the story of like how she's also got to pretend that she's happy that the witch is dead, even though like we used to be friends.
We used to be friends, yeah. Or that isn't the word. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how she words it. But she's like, yeah, I knew her once, and I knew her once, and then it just kind of then pans, and then that's where the story then begins. But I just thought it was interesting from like the opening get go, like that bit was clearly set during Wizard of Oz because you see the main Ozians walking towards
the main quartet.
Yeah, the main quartet. Yeah.
Well, you see the Cowardly Lion. Be saved in
Tin Man and Dorothy, like 3 AI doubles, not obviously real people.
So before they get to the lion, but you see the Cowardly Lion as a young cub.
Yes,
because they set him free.
Yeah, which was cool, and I didn't put that together until afterwards. But yes,
and there's I think one of the great grandchildren of the guy that played the Cowardly Lion. I think is in the film.
Oh
somewhere.
No, that's cool.
And Idina Menzel and what's her face? I've forgotten again. They have cameos as the they introduce them like the Wizathon mental like people. I don't remember. Like they're basically like doing a song and introducing them, and then Ariana goes to sing, and the one who played Glinda on Broadway covers her mouth.
Kristin Chenoweth.
Yeah, the original was
the Emerald City Players, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, which is nice because they are ones that made the role rather famous. Jonathan Bailey is Furiosa.
If it was Warner Brothers, that's IP infringement. Furio Tiglar from Winky Country.
Oh,
Winky Country.
Dirty boy.
For their Glinda at school.
Bob Woodsman is played by Ethan Slater.
Owen Yang as Fanny, one of Glinda's college. Yeah, I think that must be a made-up or expanded role.
It includes Dr. Dillman. Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought she was rather lovely, though.
Yeah. And obviously, Ariana Grande as Glinda Upland before she changes her name.
To Glinda.
And Cynthia Erivo as what's her name? Elphaba Thorpe. Yeah. Throp Park. Yeah. She's what, like the third person to play her in film? Possibly. Well, no, maybe the fifth. I don't know because there's like Return to Oz. There's the animated stuff.
Well, and the Oz universe, the Oz cinematic universe of books. There was 14 novels originally. Like L. Frank Baum, like the original author of Wizard of Oz. He wrote like 14 novels before he passed, and then
and that's why they made her name Elphaba because it's LFB, so it's the phonetic way of saying that.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Oh, cool.
Runtime, is it okay for you? Like, does it feel like it breezes, or does it feel like there's padding? Because the fact that there's going to be like essentially a 5-hour version of the musical, you're a bit like, is there enough time for all that stuff? But from what a lot of people have just said, because there's stuff expanded on
in the last 20 minutes, but other than that, I thought it was all fine. I liked. Again, I can't compare, but I liked.
Let's come back to this to when you've seen the musical.
And be like, good God!
And when I've seen
that could have been done in 5 minutes.
We'll get you to see the musical and me to see the film, and then we'll be like, oh, so what was it
good.
like?
Yeah,
Like
a reverse.
reverse.
Mm.
What was your favourite song in the motion picture?
It's either Popular or Defying Gravity. Defying Gravity is the climax of the film. It ends with that.
It's the end of Act 1.
Yeah, and it was quite grand and magnificent, and the way it ends was very like the end of the film, not bullshit cliffhanger. Like it was nice and grand and fine. Like
Yeah. It ends
with
very
a good-
much in the same way as the musical, apparently.
Yeah.
It's like that
yeah.
song and then cut, and then we'll come back to it, and then we'll do the rest of that story.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
did you get goosebumps at any point in any of the songs? Because the clips I've heard of Defying Gravity, I'm like, that would, if I was there in the cinema with the speakers, I'd get a bit
Yeah.
tingly.
For sure. Yeah. Defying Gravity. Yeah. Again, part of it was like pre-piss shingles and shenanigans as well, but no.
Piss shingles?
Pre-piss shingles.
Oh, he's my favourite version of Santa Claus.
Pre-piss shingles.
Ho, 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 I'm pre-piss shingles.
Yeah, that's favourite.
There you go. There's
Brain
Mike, there's
dead,
Mike giving us some more fucking
Pre-
art.
Pre-piss shingles.
It's just a Santa with like pissy pants.
Bad Santa.
Piss shingles. Billy Bob Thornton is
That's
pre-piss
pre-piss
shingles.
The most wonderful elf of them all.
Mm.
But yeah, no, sure. Defying Gravity.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't guess Goosebumps from Popular, but I don't know. I kind of just had a mental reaction of, oh my god, this is where this thing I've known since the dawn of time is from.
Yeah, so
I,
something you've
mind
learned from
blown
osmosis.
moment.
You've come back around to the origin.
It's
That's
like,
cool.
wow. It's like, this is what this is from.
Mhm.
But yeah, really, that's yeah.
So, you know, if you're not seeing the musical, you just go and fucking see it. But like, so
Yeah,
what's,
bottom line.
what's the basic story of Act 1? Like, where do we start? Where are we going? Where do we end up?
So yeah, like very much like our cover art and our lovely poster. Essentially, it's those two in the form of Galinda and Elphaba, how they meet.
This is how we sit most weeks.
Yeah, except we haven't got their hands in certain positions and rearranged the seating plan, but whatever. It's fine. No, essentially, it's how they meet. It's Oz School and how they view the
Welcome
wizard.
to Oz School.
Welcome to Oz School. CGI budget Hogwarts, maybe more colourful than Hogwarts. It's how they all live up, how they want to aspire to be the wizard, and how the wizard is this big, grand, macabre figure, like he
Wonderful
was
bastard.
in 1939, and how life can be good if once we meet him, and because that's the whole thing about the the mythical wizard. Once you meet him, your wish can be fulfilled, and whatever.
Yeah.
Elphaba, due to her, what people may view as a skin condition. She wants to not cure herself of that as such. It's never a vanity thing of like, oh, I just want to be like young and beautiful and normal, quote unquote. It's just more of a. I've heard so much about this wonderful man. Wonderful, subjective, but and I mean that's not. And
The wonderful
we
subjective
love
man.
Jeff. That's the prequel. But essentially, yeah, it's like life's good, but can it be better? In the words of Pedro Pascal, if he was in it,
Yeah.
you know,
In terms of Glickid, you're right on brand.
can it be better?
There you go.
That's the very quick abridged version, but people, characters, and Aussian unification connections that I wasn't aware of are in the project, and maybe there is a universe. I don't know, there's a universe I plan. I think John M. Chu, the director, Crazy Rich Asians, amazing film that he did before, and other things that have escaped my mind. But he's a cool director nonetheless. He's hinted at doing a possible part 3 or 4, but just more installments of the Oz universe as opposed to just being like follow-ups
so
to
maybe
Wicked.
you'd actually get more adaptations of the different books.
The other
that's
ones,
never really been done, is
the
it?
many other ones, yes, the many other ones.
Because what was it? There was a live action film that were made. Them go, oh yeah, like let's do Wizard of Oz in live action, and then obviously not much has come of it because then you can never live up to doing a thing of like this person's got to replace Judy Garland and so on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got no Margaret Hamilton, like these iconic, like it's probably one of the most iconic films in history. Like it's a film I've never really liked much because it was one when I was a kid. It was always on like a Sunday or a bank holiday. My mum fucking loves it, so it was always on. But like as time's gone on, I appreciate it. I'd love to fucking have a 4K of it if it's out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a 2022 4K, maybe all last
Really?
year. Like, yeah, it's been out for a while.
I'll have to get it. then I get
HMV
this.
$9.99 for any purchase. May not be applied by this video coming out, but it's on.
Terms and conditions may apply.
Yeah,
HMV
link-
might not actually exist by this point.
Yeah, cancel culture is a thing.
Just the finance market, the fucking retail's gonna just darn its ass. Anyway, happy times. This is a happy podcast. Yeah, man, I really want to see it in IMAX. 4DX, I'm not.
No,
fucked
I didn't.
about.
I say I didn't do it in 4DX. Yeah, I went with my mum. We did it in standard 2D. It's 4DX.
She had a good time?
Scene. Yeah, like, we're both the same. It weren't.
She hadn't
our
seen the
thing.
musical.
No.
Oh,
We were both like thoroughly impressed by it.
Yeah.
So
did you both come out of it and think, "Let us go to the theatre now, mother"?
I was more like.
But she called you mother, and you were like, "That's weird."
That's very odd. Yeah. No. I think if anything was more theatre, it'd be me. The theatre is less her scene, but then if I was to take her to something that, should she say she wants to see such and such, then I think I could sway her to be theatrical, because aside from you, I ain't got no one theatre to go with. No one cares about theatre.
2025, I promise that we'll actually
Patreon link down below. Can you afford me enough tickets to go to the theatre? No, more often.
We will actually go to the theatre together and watch Wicked.
Yeah, no, I generally
and-
wouldn't mind that. That's
We'll have to do it. It's on the list. And then you take me to Wicked, I'll take you to Les Mis.
fine. Deal.
So
That's
yeah.
another project I've not seen. So
There you
yeah,
go.
in either form, any
You've not
form.
seen the film yet.
No, Sonny, no.
What my main advice?
Mm.
Watch the musical before you watch the Les Mis film,
Mhm.
because you might go into it and think this film's the best version of it. Well, it's not.
It's
the
the greatest
The
thing I've ever
musical
seen.
is the best version of it. The film's good, but Tom Hooper's also weird, melted, fucking Jim Cameron looking directing bastard.
Hugh Jackman.
And he also directed fucking Cats, so that should tell you enough about.
Oh,
his acting
good
style.
lord!
Yep.
Oh, that's kind of scarred me. Do I want to see? Do I want to see Les Mis? Yeah, but do I
Have
want
you-
to watch it?
Have you seen
Good lord!
Have you seen The King's Speech?
No.
'Cause
No, I'm really
he
uninterested.
directed that, but obviously that won
Oh,
a lot of all. But he's a very static director. So in terms of,
fine.
it's why why don't we follow the dancers in Cats? Because he's kind of like a plant the camera and doesn't follow, especially because
I see.
with musicals,
Mm.
a lot of it is the choreography as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So you're missing this choreography that you'd see because it'd be on stage, so you'd be able to see all of it. So you not having a shot where you can see all of it, you're cutting out the stuff that people like. Not that there's dancing really in Les Mis. I think that's why it lends itself that he did okay at that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. From the sounds of it, yeah.
In terms of Cats is much more dancey and stuff, and I think Mamma Mia is as well. So had he done that, it would have been a bit maybe the same sort of thing. But with Les Mis, it's very much sort of it's more stand.
Focus on one character.
It's more stand dramatic, monologue kind of thing. There's not a lot
Yeah,
of
okay.
dancing and moving. I'd say the most dancey song is Master of the House. That's about it. There's a few dance sequences. There's some great
Yeah.
choreography if you know Fiorio, where he ends up
Furiosa.
because you know that he becomes the
Yeah, which I found out
Scarecrow,
afterwards.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It was good. It was nice because there was no real obvious. Look, this is definitely not an Easter egg. But look what we're doing, guys. If it was with other franchises, not calling them
Yeah.
out, but it would be look, this is definitely not a thing.
Yeah.
It was good. And when I did read it, fine. I would have loved it to have maybe expanded upon that in part 2 should it become a thing. But
You'd
I
have loved
found
to
it.
have
I was
seen it
genuinely
happen and been oh,
yeah, I would have been gobsmacked.
because if you look at the choreography in his song,
Hmm.
it's very much drawn from the movements of Scarecrow.
So that's it out.
And it's
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back to Wizard of Oz, but then that's the thing. I'm going to view it in a whole different light anyway because Wicked exists.
Let's
yeah.
do
Yeah.
at some not in all in one night. At some point we'll have to do so that you'll see the musical,
A Wicked,
see
yes.
part 2 of Wicked,
Okay.
and then watch The Wizard of Oz again, and
sure.
see if your mind has been sort of maybe I like maybe cool blimey, maybe this is the best film that ever lived.
Cool, blimey. No, Wizard of Oz, 1939. I think in general that's the the furthest I've gone back in my filmography. I've not gone pre 1939, which whether you know
And
think is a
none
good
of us
thing.
have gone pre 1900s, which is the main thing.
Well, that's a real achievement. Yeah. No, because 1939 in terms of my personal cinematic trip is the furthest I've gone. I've done early 40s like Citizen Kane and Casablanca. They're both I think 40, 41 retrospectively, or 41, 42. Yeah, don't pin me in the comments below. But 1939 Wizard of Oz is the furthest point I've gone back in my filmography journey.
Do you
I've not
own The
done
Wizard
anything
of Oz?
prior. No. Not yet, currently, but if 4K is a thing, then
Yeah, if he buys it, folks, that means Wicked has changed his mind and given
Either
him
way,
giving him a
spoiler
heart and
alert,
courage to
for
buy
my
it.
bank account in 12 months' time, I would have owned Wicked Part 1 and Part 2. For
Would you
sure.
buy them separately, or would you want to buy them as one thing?
5-hour musical extravaganza cut.
That's the thing. That'll be a
Yeah,
Patreon.
maybe.
That'll be a Patreon stretch though. Is that we
Savvy exclusively.
is that we watch the 5-hour complete
Omnibus
version.
cut. Yeah, no breaks
Wicked.
and nothing in between. Yeah,
No, we're allowed to pee at the end of part 1.
fine. Fine.
Like we literally, because if you watched Hamilton on Disney Plus,
No.
so it has an intermission,
Does it?
but instead of like 15 minutes, whether it's in the theater, it's like a couple of minutes.
2 seconds.
So it's like, but a lot of people, because obviously you can pause it, but a lot of
Mm.
people, like when it first went on there, it's like would just try and do the interview in real time. So they're like running to the kitchen to try and like make some tea, run into the toilet, but and they're like trying to get it all done in 3 minutes and then come back as if it was like an actual interview. Because obviously at that point we couldn't fucking go anywhere. But a lot of people are saying that this is one of the. I know that it's just like oh, it's amazing, and like you get some of that with these fucking musical films, but it genuinely seems to have built a lot of buzz around it. I hope that if it is as good as everyone's saying it is, that Cynthia Erivo gets at least an Oscar nom.
Sure. Yeah.
Hopefully the music and the cinematography for this gets recognized.
Yeah. Absolutely. Gorgeously shot.
I doubt that they would both win for leading and supporting, which is a shame.
Yeah. Oh, but
you'd be
they're
more
both
inclined to
they're
give it to
both
Cynthia, though, wouldn't you?
they're both co-leads. I feel like can't they both just go up for best leading female?
they
actress?
could, yeah.
They're both leads.
But I'd say
in my
that
opinion,
from what I've seen and what I've heard, Cynthia is the stronger one.
is the stronger one.
And it is all about she is, and as much as they are equal,
Yeah,
it is more
yin
about
and yang.
her.
Yeah. Ultimately, it is. Yeah.
So you would recommend for people to go and see?
1,000,000%. Which again, if you asked me this time last week when I was in another country watching it in English, I wasn't watching it in another foreign language. But if you asked me about 7 days ago, I'd been like, absolutely F censor no. But no, it completely just kind of blew me out the water, and I felt like I was on a magical theatrical journey. Like I really was like quite empowered by it. Really, like
That's cool. Man.
wow. Like how did this affect me this much?
Would you say see it in the cinema?
Oh, well, you can for sure. Yeah. If you haven't done it by the time this video is out, then good luck.
Then Connor's going to hunt you all down and shoot you all one by one.
Hunt Craven style. Aaron Taylor Johnson on the case.
It's me.
Hunting Gravity.
It's just called Go and See Wicked, and it's Connor dressed up as a witch, beating people up with a broom. Go and see it. Go and see it. Go to your local city world. You've only got a view near you. Oh, fuck it, don't bother.
Bastard. Yeah. No, dear, no, don't even. It's not Emerald. Yeah. No, it was good.
But yes, go and see Wicked. Because I do want to go and see it before, because we're gonna talk about obviously fucking our lists for the future. So I want to get that done by next week. That's a challenge for me, isn't it? We'll see. We'll see if I can do it. Hopefully. I mean, we'll never know. Or will we? I mean, it'll definitely get mentioned in January by me. If not, yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. But we are in the build up to Christmas. It is currently December. It's the second day.
I know. The day before. The day I never forgot.
The day that the season, starts to swing in, and Connor's a bit like, I wish it was still Halloween. But as mellowed, since knowing me, he's mellowed to Christmas ever so slightly. We've got a lovely Christmas special coming up with Andy, which
yeah, I'll be fine by then.
Yeah, that was in the past. We recorded that in like fucking
damn it
4 weeks ago. When you were happy, it was like October then.
I was over the moon.
So you're like, yay,
normality, woo!
And then
the next day, I saw Christmas trees up in November and decorations. I thought, my lord,
kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
But yeah, I don't actually. Also, this is the first episode we've done together in a little while.
Yeah,
because obviously we've done 2, and then go and watch those episodes and get some more love, like the love that you showed towards the Mission Impossible trailer.
And Paul Mescal.
They were all on Black Friday. All the 4K steelbooks of Mission Impossible. They might still be on there because it was running until today because it runs into Cyber Monday.
Fair enough.
But I was like, even if I just get Ghost Protocol. Look at them; they are really nice. The Dead Reckoning one does not fucking fit because it's just red. The other ones are silver with like the IMF logo on the back. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that! They're all £18 now.
Yeah, and then Dead Reckoning is ugh.
I mean, it looks nice, but
yeah, it's just fine, isn't it?
And it still says part 1.
Boo! Cancel that.
Oh yeah, so I remembered to cancel my subscription to Paramount Plus
Thank
that I
goodness.
got just to watch Dead Reckoning Part 1 or Dead Reckoning. That's it.
Dead Reckoning. That's it.
Dead Reckoning. That is it. But
Dot.
I'm trying to watch like different Christmas films this year. I'm also going to organize a list between all of us to do. Between us and her sister and that, because sometimes they're here, but like sometimes they're at home, so we could kind of like sync it up for when we're not here, but then watch them together. I was watching literally Nativity before you arrived, so I was like, oh god, 2009, what a year, 15 years ago, how good.
Whilst I was
Should be
abroad, I
24
did 2 James Bond films out of all
Did you?
27.
What, you made them?
Oh no,
Which one did you do?
Do you want to guess? Out of all 27?
So you're including the two.
Yeah, but
Did you watch
that throw
Casino?
you off?
Did you watch Casino Royale?
Which
The old
version?
one, smooth one, David Niven.
No,
Did you watch normal Casino Royale?
no,
Did you watch Never Say Never Again?
no. I just said that to throw you off.
Oh, good.
Out of the 25,
Well, so they were just playing while you was away.
I was as well.
So when you were away, they were on, or did you
I
watch
just
them with
watched
your
them
dad?
on Prime. I just watched.
Oh,
them
okay. I
with-
thought you
yeah.
could say like fucking like, Dad, let's go and watch.
James Bond.
Let's
No,
go
no,
and
no.
watch. Was it License to Kill?
No,
Was it both?
it was very random.
Were they both the same Bond?
No,
Tomorrow Never Dies.
no,
Was there a Pierce one?
no,
Was there a Daniel Craig one?
no.
Oh,
That shocked you. No. And I didn't do it in order.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
No, that's the thing. These are all like in my head. but
Doctor No.
No,
Doctor No. Live and Let Die.
no.
I don't know then. Man with a golden gun and probably fucking You Only Live Twice.
Spy Who Loved Me was my
Fabulous.
first one,
Fabulous.
and
Mm-hmm.
You Only Live Twice was my second.
Ah,
Yeah. Just
yeah.
very random, not in order, because, like I said, maybe 3 episodes ago, probably when we weren't in person, but I did say Doctor No being the first, like, Bond movie in general. Aside from 10-15 minutes right at the end, that movie isn't fairly judged. Like, you did a very good explanation and breakdown. Like I say, you've done your Bond watch along with Bondage Watch anyway.
My bondage watch.
Your Bondage Watch, yeah.
My special watch.
Link down below.
My
in the
special watch, it
description.
comes with a
Black
safe
Friday
word.
deals. No, so I just sort of did. I wanted to do them in a really random, unorthodox order. But Spy Who Loved Me was always one of the ones that stuck in my head. So I thought I'd start with that one. And
Did I show you my
fucking
complete
choice.
list
I
once?
think you did once you like watched them along. Like I need to really
Yeah.
write it down.
So that was my top 5.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like that might be close to my top 5. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with doing it that way in order because it was like,
Yeah, I want
even
to.
when I got to ones that were like shit,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that's fine. Do you want to see my Mission Impossible ones?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I concur. Yeah,
I'd say the top 4 are close.
yeah, for sure. They're definitely all close.
I really loved 3.
3 is the black sheep of the franchise. Yeah.
3 is when I think it is when it gets good, and 4 is when it's like, let's make Tom do something stupid every film.
The peak, arguably the peak.
I love 4. I
Mm.
love 4. I love 6. I love 3.
And then 7 was
5
quite good.
was okay. I would argue that I'd possibly
5 is just the filling in the sandwich. you
I'd
don't
possibly swap 5 and 1.
want. Yeah.
5 was a bit sort of. I want to kind of do it with Fast and Furious because I want to see if it's just the trend of like, that one where it's like, let's just try and be a bit too much like the one that just happened.
Exactly.
like-
yeah.
Because like 5's trying to be like 4 in that, but
Mm.
then 6 is a lot better than 5, I think.
No, I concur.
know.
I concur. Our faults are very similar when it comes to MI. But 1 and 5 are like, do I give justice to 1 or is 5 just
Give-
completely slept on?
yeah.
Or what?
Well, because considering the first 3 are completely different versions of.
Installments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Directed
As a
movie,
trilogy,
yeah.
it just completely doesn't make sense.
Cinematically, yeah, they're loose as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching them in order was strange because I got to 2 and I was like, this can't be as shit as everyone says. And
My
I'm like,
God,
it's,
dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
even though it's like,
Big Bad and the epic sequel. Dun, 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 dun. Look at my hair. It is long. Dun,
Well,
dun,
because
Tom
we
Cruise.
will be 4 films for long haired Ethan Hunt and 4 films for short haired Ethan Hunt.
I never even thought of that, but that's damn true. Yeah.
Because short in 1,
Showing
long
one.
in 2,
Yeah.
short in 3, long in 4,
Yeah.
long in 5, short in 6,
Short
short in 7, long in 8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird thing. You can tell what film it is, folks, by that's the drinking game.
Yeah.
Which film is it by
Drink-
Tom Cruise hair?
Drink every time Tom Cruise's hairstyle changes.
Yeah.
So just finish your drink between each film.
But during the same film, is there
Yeah.
one where it's drastically longer, shorter? Like he's got
Well,
shorter
like a reshoot.
wig. You can tell.
And technically, if he's wearing one of the magic masks with long hair and he takes it off and he's short hair in that film, that's long hair, short hair Tom Cruise. Like when he's
That's a
Philip,
double shot.
when he's Philip Seymour Hoffman in number 3 and he rips the
Oh,
mask
of
off. That's
course.
technically long hair, short hair Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Very rare creature. Yeah, because
creature of the night.
Lard seen me sort of watch a few of them. She caught me watching, not caught me like as in like walked in on me, but like as in I was watching the end of
Did
number.
she choose to accept your mission?
Yeah, she did in the end.
Yeah,
she watched like the end of number 3, Pits of number 4,
Mm.
5, sort of the end upstairs. Like I was like up here and we were doing like vintage stuff and Christmas things, and like I'd watched the end of that because I'd started it already. So I was like, I'll just watch. There's like half an hour left, and then we watched all of 6 together, but over like 2 nights. Really enjoyed that one, and then we got Paramount Plus free trial to do number 7.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll go see the final one with you." So there we go. We'll all do 4DX, and we'll all be like, "Dun dun dun."
Oh my
dun.
god, epic cinema.
Anything else that you want to talk about? Because just remind me, I need to show you this video.
Yeah.
I forgot to send to you on formerly known as Twitter, because there's a thing I need to talk about you with that, because I did something with that, and then just was like, "Fuck it, that's what we do now." Anything else that you've watched?
I mean, I may have mentioned like a handful of episodes ago, like I was going through the Buffyverse. I mean, I'm booing Joss Whedon, but you know, Buffy and Angel. Angel's a good show that I never watched way back in the day. So discovering the other half of the universe that I never bothered to watch originally is very good. And when I watched it, I was a wee young but still tall boy. Before
Wee young, still tall boy.
wee young, still tall boy, yeah. But then doing Buffy with an adult, fresher mind, depressed mind, that is reality. No, Buffy's a very good form of escapism. But then Angel is a whole can of different worms. It's darker, mature, more, again, adult and depressed orientated. And it's very fascinating to see how a spin-off can be so drastically, thematically different from the main show. But both of them have very excellent experiences. Behind the scenes and through the power of cancel culture and, you know, not sexism, but through the power of speaking out, it's very different story behind the scenes, which is very tragic and unfortunate. But you know, when we see it, you know, the final product, it's truly still one of the coolest things to watch.
Yes.
It's just not. It's obviously dampened by the real world implications that, you know, social media can point out and should point out. So aside from that, and then random bits of James Bond, which I need to continue. Not really that much. I'm just trying to find any, you know, bits of random news that. Oh, actually, all right. One thing that I didn't really know until literally this week, because it's kind of been an on-air topic. George, another
Yes.
subscription you've not subscribed to ever was the WWE Network.
It's moving to Netflix, isn't it?
So I originally thought it was for their flagship show, Monday Night Raw. Like, what, 1993, what, 10, 20, yeah, 30 years, 31 years strong. I originally thought it was just WWE Raw going to Netflix Monday nights, whatever, cool. Another way to up the Netflix subscription. But no, it's all of the network content. It's
everything.
Yeah, the network, as we now know it, is completely shut down. So coming off the bat of our McMahon rant and episode and discussion you enjoyed, you know, a handful of episodes below, link in the description maybe. That's another cool one we did, not in person, unfortunately. I'm going back to do WCW. So I'm actually
gonna do
watching
the
the
whole thing?
competition, Monday Nitro, because as much as all the network content being on Netflix sounds amazing from a, you know, not having another app to constantly remember to check point of view, I can't see how that much content on one app is going to be on day one transferred over. So I can imagine if it's all current and future upcoming programming, but in terms of the archival content, come January the 1st, it will all shut down and de-exist.
Wow.
Which is a shame because it's an app that I have tried to use. I have used over the 10 years since 2015. The UK got it. It's just a shame because there have been gaps in my wrestling or watch along, and I feel like I should have done like various bits and I haven't. But delving in because of peer pressure to the competition of the business in the 90s and, you know, arguably wrestling's most infamous and popular era, it's cool to go and see what it's like from the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
But it's sort of related
That'd
to
be
your
cool.
thoughts on McMahon and the whole
Oh,
WCW thing.
So
And
everything will be on Netflix.
ideally, but I can't see how January the 1st you're going to have hours and upon hours and hours of everything. Because I originally thought it was just one program, but it sounds
now
like
it's the whole app.
everything.
By the
Yeah.
sounds of it. Oh, that's
But-
the. Do you think that's because in light of the fact of like
It'd be
the
like BBC
documentary-
iPlayer moving to Disney, but all of iPlayer going to Disney Plus on this date. I very much doubt it will happen that day.
Yeah,
It
so it
will
must be
take a
bit by
year.
bit. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
if it is everything, which makes it sound like
A big,
have
big
they
old
cut
move.
their losses in terms of let's not run the service because
So in
everything that's
America, the
happened?
network is non-existent in America. It's moved over to Peacock. That was 2023 time. So I think it was only a matter of time before the network was fully going to go internationally anyway. But it was with this whole Netflix deal, which again, in my mind, was only America and it was only WWE, like Monday Night Raw.
okay,
It's then expanded to then, from what I understand, all of the network content. So you
Oh.
will watch everything still, but then when it's all going to move and be likely be available is another question. Grey area at the minute.
Mm. That's
So-
why physical media is important, isn't it? Really?
And then you don't get enough of it with wrestling, but that's a whole other separate topic.
Yes.
But-
So this was what I saw ages ago. This was the fucking 11th of November. It's one of my favorite fucking edits I've seen. So it's 48 seconds long in
Okay.
terms of. So I think it was either just after. I think it was just after Final Reckoning trailer come out.
Right.
And at this point, I'd seen like none of it. But now, like, I know it's from that film. I know what's from that film.
I see.
In terms of, and it's to so the Despicable Me 4 song,
Oh.
Double Life, and it actually fits quite well.
Okay.
So this is an edit. I mean, we'll probably get copyright.
That's another musical I need
We'll
to
probably
see.
get copyright for this. So I'll try and keep it. Let me just. Can we hear this? Can you hear that all right?
Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah. Lovely. Ooh. Running. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I can tell what bits from what film. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I like this edit. Yeah, he is running out of time. Mm.
Yeah, Greg Wallace video come up. Fuck that. Let me retweet it again so it goes back to the top of my feed. Not the Greg Wallace thing, the Mission Impossible thing.
Just
And also,
yeah,
so I didn't realize this. Apparently, it was the fucking Ben Mendelsohn thing. Scroll past. Hey there, boys. It's me, Ben Mendelsohn. Someone went, I'm first look at Ben Mendelsohn returning as Krennic, and someone went, I'm legally required to repost this. You wouldn't talk to the cops now, would you, mate? That means we'll have to bring back 2 kills for Krennic.
2 kills for Krennic.
That was,
2 seasons for Krennic.
that was some of the fucking most fun I've had playing that shit game.
2
So,
kills for Krennic.
There was, we're fans of the Lego games, me more than
we
you.
are. Yeah, all right, shots fired. Yeah.
No, but like in terms of like making my life's mission, I got to complete
Yeah.
every single thing. I wonder how, because you talk about a certain super spot. Why is Dwayne Johnson? There's so
Another
much stuff.
Lego-related movie I need to see though is Brick by Brick. Brick by Brick. Sorry,
That's the,
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams biopic, but done in the Lego style. It makes you
Yeah.
think, oh, I miss when they did like
Unique,
Lego
differently
films, 'cause I
taped
don't-
movies.
because we got Better Man,
I think that's
Robbie Williams one.
2025, like New Year's Day might be.
but in terms of is it Warner Brothers Animation Group, the ones that did the Lego movies, because they run out of they lost the license. That's why there's been no more like the Lego movie.
content. Oh.
Lego Batman, or what was it Lego Ninjago, which is quite
Yeah.
good. But Ninjago came out the same year as Batman or Part 2.
2017, yeah.
But it's still quite good. Ninjago. It's got Dave Franco in it.
Yes. Yeah, no,
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Silence, yes.
Maddie, that's her name, because Maddie's wearing pink. Amy in the post credits confirmed. 'Cause they look black and red.
Brilliant theory. I like that. That is good. Piece by piece, not brick by brick.
No, Brick by Brick's it's the sequel.
that is the sequel. Piece by piece. It is done by
Where the
what
fuck?
studio? It's Universal International Focus Features United States. Production company Lego Group, Tremolo Productions, and I Am Other. But it's Universal release, so
Okay.
not what we said previously.
Yeah.
But it unfortunately became a box office bomb because it only grossed 10.3 million on a 16 million production budget.
What, piece by piece or brick by brick, whatever?
Piece by piece.
Whatever one you said.
Piece by brick by piece by brick.
So, an unfinished trailer for a Lego game. Apparently, this was rumored to be a Lego Dimensions level pack for ages, but it looks older than Dimensions.
No, really?
Yeah. So it's an unfinished trailer. Someone has taken this and then sort of like animated and finished it a bit because it's very sort of like early days.
Oh yeah. It's 360 era Lego, but damn.
Yeah, so I think this would have been. This can't have been any later than like 2012 because it looks similar to like Indiana Jones, and that was like 2006,
8, 9 time. Yeah.
But there is a TikTok that I'm not going to scroll through now and find. It's on my like somewhere, but I'll try and find it and show it to you.
Yeah.
So someone took that and then updated the graphics, so they made the blonde one look more like Daniel Craig. So they put in like more facial features into the Lego thing. They finished like put the music stuff in and the stings and like polished the graphics. And it's like, and someone went,
"What could have been?"
I prefer 10 minutes ago when I didn't know this existed. Now I'm furious.
Now I'm furious.
But yeah, that would have been a good Lego game. And to bring it back round. Wizard of Oz was a Lego pack in Lego Dimensions.
It actually was, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'd
Lego
like to
Dimensions-
buy it now.
We should buy it between us because there's fuck all of it left in the world because they stopped making it. But we should try and get all the Lego Dimensions bits.
I have a good chunk of them, but yeah.
Do you? Let's fuck.
I do.
Should we stream Lego Dimensions?
Why not?
I mean, I like playing Lego games.
And I
can't be asked
fancy
to play
board-
Lego Worlds.
No.
You like building things.
I like little boards with little figures and putting it on there
There you go.
to get it on my TV.
Next time.
Such a great gimmick. No, I had a lot of the packs, but I don't know what ones I'm missing. But they're the ones I would have been like, as if I'm going to get the Beetlejuice Fun Deck. But now, obviously, you haven't seen it. I feel like an idiot because filmer. I'm definitely not
Filmer. You're a filmer.
filmographer.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I need to have them now
There you go.
in some shape or form.
That's us. Lego Dimensions, 10 years after it come out.
I know, right?
Just like
That's
Skylanders
the
and all
joy
that
of-
shit.
right.
Disney Infinity.
Never.
Disney Infinity used to be good, and then
Yeah,
after Series
it's-
3,
Yeah,
they just binned it off.
they did for no reason.
I think
really.
they still had loads of the cheap ones
But,
in like
but I
game
think
and
with
stuff.
Disney Infinity though, I think the good thing was you can like say you got Infinity 1 figures or 2 figures, you can then put them into the third one or some.
Yeah, because it was like I think like the Lego packs, the level packs, and things like that, and the toy box things. Like there was
So
certain
if you were
things that were
to
different.
buy one, would you then buy Disney Infinity 3, get all the packs? You obviously fuck loads of money now,
Maybe
but then you'd get Disney Infinity 3 as opposed to buying
we used
1,
to have
2, and 3.
a few Disney Infinity ones, but then it was like my sister played it more than me, so I never. And we just only got a couple of them, and then it's like it's one of them things that's like, and then it's just more expensive.
Yeah,
Because unless you get the starter pack for Lego Dimensions, which is the main bits of the game, and then you got to go around and get like your Simpsons level packs and your Ghostbusters level packs and
Doctor
things
Who.
like that. Doctor Who was, I think,
Immortal.
Capaldi was one of the base ones. I think it's Capaldi. It was not Peter Capaldi, as in just the actor. It was the 12th
base.
Doctor,
Oh.
Wild Style, Batman, and
No, it was Batman,
Gandalf.
Wild Style, Gandalf. It was those three. Batman, Wild Style, Gandalf. It wasn't Doctor. Doctor was a separate pack.
yeah, but there was quite.
Mm.
It was the main thrust of the marketing, so he was kind of like one of the
The first
the
ones,
main
the first
story
wave of
mission. Yeah.
figures. Yeah.
Let's go into our local retail shop of game and see if because they normally have them on the shelf and they just really reduced because no one plays Lego Dimensions anymore.
10p.
We'll have a look. We'll see what we can get.
I have to look at what the bloody hell I purchased and what I haven't, and
There
then
you go.
fill in the gaps.
That's 2025, the year of Lego Dimensions, to coincide with the.
Ghostbusters is another good one.
Yeah.
But well, the original like level pack and then the all 3 big expensive story packs.
Yeah.
So the Batman movie was.
So
a
there was
story
ones
pack
where you
goes
could
to
just get. It was
2016.
just the characters, so you could
Yeah.
play as them in it.
Yeah. So there was Harry Potter, which was just like a fun pack, which was just the characters, and you can go into like. A
Yeah, because we
Hogwarts
don't need the
world.
game again. I mean, they're already really. You know,
Fantastic Beasts was one of the big ones. Like
I'd like that
expanded
purely
content,
because I mean, I
yeah.
don't want to give J.K. Rowling any more money, and I'm
No.
certainly.
Back to the Future, that was one of the good ones. That was
And
one of
that's
the
sort of
fun
what led
ones.
to then them doing more Back to the Future Lego lines.
Yeah,
Because then you've got the DeLorean that's what 160 quid now.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we're telling about all these deals after Black Friday. Sorry,
we
everyone.
gotta go back.
Back to Black Friday.
Back to
It's
Black
a spin-off
Friday.
of the Amy Winehouse song,
Yeah.
Back to Black Friday.
Another
There we
fun
go.
musical from earlier in the year,
Yeah, I
but
enjoyed
not
that one
based
quite
on
a
a
lot.
1900 book. But,
No,
yeah.
not based on 1900 books.
No.
Anyway,
yes.
Connor, where can the good people find us?
Not on Lego Dimensions, not on any fun packs or story level packs, unfortunately.
The
But
cat's here.
and
Hello,
the cat in the hat. That's another link down below.
That's probably a level pack.
Social media, Facebook, X. Well, not X. Are we on X? Or
Oh no, that was
Box?
the thing. That was the thing.
Box.
Because just because it's one of the social medias that we've not kept up with a lot. You know, that's just down to sort of both of us. Like, you know, Facebook and that. We want to get better at that again in 2025. But where like that we don't really interact with many people on there, apart from the wonderful people that we've met and are guests. But that's mainly through like I've met them on my account, and then they've had the amazing grace to follow us and then repost when we put episodes out with them. Like Dom, Guy, Andy, and Mike and Will, of course. So, and it's just because Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, it's just such a vitriolic place at the minute. Elon Musk bought it for free speech, but then is banning people that just call him out on stuff or just insult him, even though it's like, you said free speech is for everyone, and then you're not liking it when people are saying stuff you don't like.
Yeah.
And I know it's down to your algorithm, and our algorithm on the Pastry one isn't bad really at all, but it's just I can't really be asked for the shittiness of it. So Blue Sky, the basically the Twitter clone, just because it's nice to have a place where we can talk about it and make friends for the podcast. Like I'm less and less active on mine in general anyway now in terms of my Twitter, but I don't want to get rid of it outright at the minute just because the likes of Will, Dom and that, etc. Like I know a few of them have Blue Sky, but just contacting them and networking and stuff like that. That's the only reason I'm keeping it. You don't even use either account you made. Like you forgot your passwords for them anyway. So by New Year, we won't be using it at all. Unclear as I might just like leave it as a dormant like domain at the moment, and if it ever gets better on there, then maybe we'll sort of come back. But there's a thing of like we don't really speak on it anyway, in terms of like we'll just post stuff, and when you post tweets with links anyway, they get embedded and fucked up by the algorithm because you're better off doing that and then putting the link in the reply as a thread. Which immediately like nukes anything. So it's all just a big pile of shit.
Rubbish. Yeah.
But we've got 20 odd followers at the minute on Blue Sky. We only had like 50 on Twitter, so it's like
goals.
Yeah. So we'll I don't go. Let me show you it right now as we come out. So yeah, no longer really on X/Twitter. So it's made up more like Twitter of old. So like the likes of Darius and stuff like I followed like similar sort of things. Dom's obviously on there.
Yeah.
Various things. I'm just trying to find more because there's I think Sophie Aldridge is the only person I know that's actively gone. I'm leaving it, and like I'm going on Blue Sky. Blah blah blah. So yeah, we've done like a few things. So like, who knew that the podcast with Josh Carr and that, which is now making a return. He did a clever thing where he'd like, here's all my guests.
Yeah.
And a few of it is people that we've felt like Dom was on there and stuff like that. So like, it can give you the thing of like, do you want to follow all these people?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So yeah. It's a lot of people are saying that, oh, it's just because I know Mike's not really a fan because Mike doesn't really like any of that kind of stuff because he just, he's a decent human being that hates people just chatting absolute bollocks. But it's very much sort of as a thing of like people are complaining on Twitter about it because it's like you just you don't like this and you're all like basically like pansies and shit like that. You just want an echo chamber where you can only hear what you want to hear. But there's other people that are like, no, I just don't want to hear the the shit and the flat out sometimes flat out racist tweets and stuff like that are just getting a lot of traction and views and fucking likes from people that are obviously of similar minds. It's like this is just shit. This is basically like the whole thing's on fire and everyone's just like, I can say whatever I want about this.
Yeah.
It's like, say what you want, but have consequence to it if you're going to be that much of a prick. Whereas on there, it's quite peaceful at the moment.
Yeah,
it's a simple life.
A nice cloudy blue sky.
Yeah. And as soon as the blue creature that's got wings is replaced by a letter, then we'll just leave again. From bird to butterfly to something else. But anyway, Connor, where can the good people now find us? Now that very good for remembering for me to tell that.
So, safe blue, happy skies, wicked skies. Maybe you change the colours to green or pink, whatever preference you'd like.
Maybe.
Can you change the settings on it, or is it just permanently blue sky for now?
It's just similar to
yeah.
Twitter and that. So you can have a dark mode, you have a light mode, but it's all like your blues and your whites and things like that.
So other social medias that definitely aren't cancelled or have any immediate replacements here: Twitch, TikTok.
Yep.
Oh no, you got to switch to BigBok now. I'm joking.
I've not done a TikTok in a while, but then
Big
the fucking tripod broke, so I need to buy another one. To be fair.
TikTok, nerdbubblecontact@gmail.com, Instagram, still Facebook.
I've fucked about with Threads, but like I'm not bothered.
Threads,
because that imports any followers that are on Threads. It imports them so that they're already following you on your thing.
Link, yeah.
But that's like another sort of.
Never really delved into Threads, but Threads is mini Twitter, right? It's instant.
It's basically Facebook Insta's version of it's the metaverse version of Twitter.
Mm.
But yeah, I've because I looked, I was like doing that, and more people are on Blue Sky, so I just sort of went on that. Threads, I've sort of had a look around, and I'm like, so like technically we've got an account on there, but we've not used it, not said anything. But yeah. At Pasty Sheep across our social medias. Follow us, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share. Everyone that's watching the fucking Mission Impossible, the final trailer episode, can you watch, I know ideally the Gladiator one should have been one long episode and probably would have done better, but we were strapped for time, Connor was going away, so we split it in half. So technically, it's not the best we've ever done, but I didn't think the Mission Impossible one would be that popular. So watch that, get that to 100 views for the first time in years. Continue to subscribe, share, and get more people. And let's finish this year on a blue sky high. There you go.
That is 2024.
An all-time high. That's for your eyes only. That's not Spy fucking Do Love Me.
That's for your eyes only, right?
Yeah.
I think.
For your eyes only. Spy Love Me was Nobody Does It Well.
Yeah, nobody does it better.
Makes me feel bad for
like Twitter.
Nobody does it half as good as Blue Sky.
Alphabet.
Baby, you're the best.
Galinda.
Very musical episode. We'll be back next week for I don't know what's out.
The grand finale.
Not Moana. Probably. Oh, no, maybe
Boron, am I right?
Bore off. No Lin-Manuel Miranda, so it's probably apparently the songs aren't that great. And because it used to, I was saying it was a series and then a film.
Yeah.
That some people are like, you can kind of
people
tell.
Really advocating for Moana too, just people I know personally. But but then
Moana one's
your
great.
side of it. Well, yeah, I need to watch it.
8 years ago, and we got a sequel, and then next year we get the live action remake.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I can't be asked, especially because The Rock's doing it. It's like, the hierarchy of the Disney live action universe is about to change. You know what I mean?
All right, DC. Okay, unless it means they're gonna go bankrupt.
That was a Deadpool line, wasn't it? The hierarchy is about to change.
The DC
and Henry Cavill's like, what?
Oh yeah.
Have you watched the Avengers Assembled?
I keep forgetting, man. Yes, I need to.
That's one of my favourites.
I rewatched that over in Germany. That was fun. Yeah. Me and my dad had a great old laugh at Deadpool Wolverine, but then I could have done it afterwards. Idiot.
Watch it this week and let me know.
Yeah,
one of my favourite Deadpools.
Yeah.
But we'll see you next week, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.